Here's someone who needs it. Go ahead, Elsadi.
I live in Lone Light, northeast of here. I barely escaped because Glinthawks attack anyone who ventures out. We have so few shards. Will you help? We have nowhere else to turn.
Sometimes members receive an honorarium for the hunt. Assis should have accepted this one, but he refused. The price was too low.
How generous.
In the past, I would have gone with Takas to handle this. And what say you and I take it on? I'll meet you at Lone Light.
What about Redmaw?
Are you in or not?
All right. I'll meet you there as soon as I can.
Check out these wares.
I thought all the best good.
Так, где мне можно найти бегемота? Бегемота. Мне охотится. Да вообще на редкость надменный, да. Бегемот, значит. Так, для начала надо избавиться от птичек. Они мне будут очень сильно мешать в этом процессе.
You're going down.
Так, сначала мы с тобой поговорим, птичка. Да, блин, ненавижу. Ненавижу драться близко. Так, минус один бегемот, минус второй бегемот. Дадут мне хоть с одного линзу. Дадут. Отлично.
Oh, useful.
Так. Ну, заодно ачивочка на все транспортные машины. Так, все, больше у вас... А, еще вот тут осколки, наверное. Это патрон. Вот это уже осколки. Ой, так, игра, не надо лагать. Так, сделано. Так, пошли сюда с глинтхоками сражаться. Где вы там? Вот здесь вот. Ну, я в теории знаю, почему оно может лагать. Потому что у меня майнфоном запущен. Чтобы ресурсики фармились. Потому что завтра, если свящук не слишком затянется, если он вообще будет,
About time you
About to
showed
get
up.
loud.
More Glenhawks incoming.
то у нас будет не стрим. Будем дальше в кубах развлекаться.
More coming.
Вот спиралька для кобья.
It's too weak.
Escape me.
Давай, приземляйся, чудище. Зелененькая спиралька для копья.
That seems to have taken care of them.
But more always come. The soldiers at Morning's Watch don't even bother to fight them anymore.
They must be attracted to the kills I saw upriver. I should go back, but if more attack here...
I'll watch the village. You go ahead.
I thought you wanted to do this together.
You don't need me to hold your hand.
Так и думал. Так и думал.
More Glinthawks.
Взят у меня очень интересный скилл с непонятным описанием, что-то там про свежеприрученную машину. Я только сейчас понял, что это, что на самом деле этот навык дает.
Isn't tight strong enough. There's snot rock carcasses everywhere. No wonder the Glinthawks were drawn here.
Он поблизости находит и приручает машину автоматически. Эх. Короче, всю симку тоже разбираем. То есть буквально я могу сейчас глянуть этот навык, где он был. Позволяет Элой подозвать к себе только что укращенную машину, если у нее нет своей. А значит это на самом деле, что автоматически ближайшую ездовую машину оно приручит и подзовет.
Could use my focus. See what it turns up. Those blinds up there concentrate fire on a target. Amateurs will leave easy tracks to follow. These must be the Snapmaw hunters. I'm here on behalf of the nearby village. Seems your kill zone is creating a Glinthawk problem for them.
Yeah, well, they're not the only people with problems. If we don't get enough Snapmaw hearts to pay off a loan, we lose everything.
I don't follow.
I borrowed shards to buy seeds. The harvest went bust, and now they're coming for the debt. We could lose the farm, our home.
I'm sorry about that, but Glinthawks are attacking people because of what you're doing here.
Not my problem. None of us are leaving until I get what I came for.
None of us?
You didn't think it was just us two, did you? You already have one? Well, that's impressive. All right, then.
There, the heart you need. Now what about your promise?
A deal's a deal. And now I can pay off my debt. We won't be back.
Good. Keep it that way.
Aloy. Congratulations are in order. I wanted to make sure you could handle yourself.
You were watching the whole time?
Of course. Tarkus, may the sunlight is passing, taught me many things. First of which was, a hawk never abandons their thrush.
Wait. Are you saying...
I'd like to sponsor you for membership. What do you say to hunting machines, winning trophies, and unseating Assis?
I'm in. I'll meet you back at the lodge
Я
as
в
soon as I'm
деле.
able.
Я в деле. Так, что у нас еще есть по-быстрому, по заданиям? Я прикидываю, как мне до сюда вот по-быстрому добраться. По какой оптимальной траектории. В принципе, можно отсюда пойти. Здесь вот выполнить квест, здесь взять цветочек, здесь выполнить квест, это охотничье угодье. Здесь как раз пройдем мимо зараженной зоны и выйдем к длинношею. Потом можно будет пойти цветочек, цветочек, котел. Потом обзорная точка разбойники и плоскогорье. И потом еще одна зараженная зона. Но не сегодня. Не сегодня. Мы можем максимум сейчас сбегать, сдать квесты, которые у нас не сданы в городе Меридиан. Но, в общем и целом, нам с вами надо на сегодня заканчивать. Завтра все еще рабочий день. В общем, как и говорил, завтра, ежели Свечук не слишком надолго затянется, мы с вами погоняем кубики, будем заниматься переездом. Я, собственно, закончил обустраивать выкопанную зону. Ну, как закончил? Увидите. Так, пошли поздаем квестики сначала. Почтить память павших. Пошли.
Wasn't sure about the sentiment first. It's growing on me. We're letting the Oseram take Derval? Don't give him a rap on the knuckles and let him go.
That's creep.
the Vanguard doing?
Что-то я запутался. Где у вас вход-то? Кстати, коробка не залутанная. 15 осколков. Очень даже неплохо.
Opportunity to share a drink with Aaron. There's a man who knows how to figure.
She didn't even hesitate. She stood between the assassin and our sun king.
The king left home was us.
Дыру выкопал, да. И построил там этажи, сделал освещение и еще кое-чего. И давай, Барбусик, доброй тебе ночи и спасибо за обнимашки. Мятных солнышек.
Just because he failed to kill the Sun King doesn't mean he's any less guilty. He should pay.
So you've come back to the temple.
I was invited back. The priests wanted to hear what I had to say about reconciliation with the other tribes. They're listening. At least they've begun to listen. There's a distance between ears and deeds.
Because of what we did?
What you did.
It was for the mourners. I think it helped them.
You set them on the path. You can't know what their journeys hold. Such is the priest's lot. Perhaps a red robe would suit you.
Not me. Besides, your temple doesn't even take women.
We would be richer if we did. Go in light, my friend, and let the sun cast your way.
Thank you, Naman. Where I'm going, I could probably use all the light I can get.
Буду ждать, Барбусик, буду ждать. Кстати, мы же можем... хотя пока не хотим. Мы можем, но не хотим. Мы можем сдать... мы можем сдать часть коллекционок. Мы можем сдать фигурки. Можем сдать чашки. У нас пока не хватает одной точки обзорной. Я не знаю, она входит ли в коллекционки или нет. И у нас не хватает 3 цветочков. Но я думаю, мы с вами в среду их все соберем.
She was incredible. Stopped her ball without breaking a sweat. I had no idea.
Ага, вот куда нужна эта потрепанная фигурка. Даже интересно, что в ней будет. Так, предметы, сундуки. Пошли вскрывать.
So much Oseram influence at the palace. What's he thinking, letting Derval live?
Так, и вот это вот.
Some Oseram girl applied to the city guard the other day. Amazing.
Talana, always a pleasure. I see you've brought your pet.
Greetings, Sunhawk. I hereby sponsor Eloi of the Nora for membership in the Hunter's Lodge.
No. Look at her. She's lowborn, a savage. This is beneath even you, Talana.
She has fulfilled the requirements, and Sun King Avad decreed the lodge should be open to all. She did save his life, but I'm sure he'll listen to your prejudice over his own common sense. Would you like to take it up with him?
The word of the Sun King is indeed law. Even though it would bring ruin to the lodge, so be it. Do you, Eloi of the Nora, pledge to act rightly and nobly when in service to the lodge all the days to follow?
I do.
Members of the lodge, even though Tarkus is barely cold, I present to you Eloi of the Nora. Member and Thrush, what say you all?
To the hunt!
Sponsoring an outlander. While you make meaningless gestures, I'll be finding Red Maw.
We'll never be able to repay you for the life of our Sun King.
Why'd you try to kill the Sun King? What reason do Oseram
This-
need for anything?
This is a good day.
I know why I hate Assis. Why do you?
My family has always boasted members in the lodge. My father and brother were both hawks. Assis let their sacrifice be forgotten.
What sacrifice?
They died in the massacre. They should be honored as hawks. Instead, Assis will not let anyone mention it.
How did your family come to be members of the lodge?
Karja noble houses have sent sons to the lodge for generations, because they needed another place to lord over the commoners. I want to change that. The idea that someone is worthy or not by virtue of birth alone. Everyone thinks they have me pegged as soon as they hear Talana Khan Padish. I hate that.
I understand. My whole life I lived as an outcast from the Nora. They would have been the first to say I wasn't one of them. Yet as soon as I leave the sacred lands, everyone calls me Eloi of the Nora. It should be Eloi despite the Nora.
I didn't know. I'll remember that.
What happened in the massacre?
King Duran's paranoia knew no bounds. He sent thousands of innocents to die in the Sun Ring. When the Hawks of the Lodge called for him to stop the slaughter, he threw them in the ring too. Yet when the machines attacked the condemned, more Hawks leapt into the ring to defend them. And my father and brother were among them.
I'm so sorry. What happened to the men in the Sun Ring?
Что произошло?
Died fighting. If you wish to hear the story, Legan can tell it better. He saw it with his own eyes. I did not. The morning of the massacre, my father told me to meet him outside the city. He told me they were planning an escape. I waited for hours until a message came from my father. I had to leave the city. So I fled when I should have fought by his side.
He didn't want you to die with them.
Nor would he want their names forgotten. Especially by the man who benefited most from their deaths, Assis.
What's Red Maw?
Few have seen it. A thunderjaw marked by years of battle. Some say it still bears the marks of over a dozen hunters on its flank. How many it has trampled along the way, we may never know. When members go hunting and never return, we often blame Red Maw. But to me, it's more than legend. It's the only machine that will unseat Assis. My sponsor nearly had it, but he didn't make it.
I'm sorry.
Tarkus sponsored me out of loyalty to my family. He was my last link to them, besides the lodge itself. I have to unseat Assis. Now that you're a Thrush, you should improve your reputation. Why don't you hunt down a Thunderjaw and a Stormbird?
You want me to go trophy hunting?
You're not just any Thrush. You're mine. And you better make me look good.
But what about Red Maw?
I will find him. And when I do, I expect you to be there.
2 more hours, then I can get a drink. Or 3. I bet those traitors Oseram will...
Так, тогда открываем карту и смотрим на наш запланированный маршрут. Прыгаем вот сюда. Здесь же сохранимся и пойдем спатеньки. Всем, кто досидел до конца, всем доброй ночи, мятных совушек. Увидимся в следующий раз. Пока-пока.